Hello, everyone. How you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Okay, there's no theme tune today. There's no banners. It's just me talking freely, openly in regards to what tomorrow, or maybe today when we get this out, is. So let me tell you what. I have been the way I am since the 26th of October 2007. The 26th of October 2007 is when I said no more. Not acceptable. No class, no dignity, no style. Daniel Levy, you have done something that no one has ever done, and no man should ever experience as a football manager, being sacked at half time. How demoralising, how to rob a man of his dignity. So 15 years later, we are where we are. Now, I know many people that were LevyOut before myself. I know many people, hundreds of people, thousands if not, that were LevyOut after I was. But let's just discuss what tomorrow is and the journey that got us there. So, obviously, I'm not going to start labelling everything he's done wrong, everything that he's done good and needs to be credit for, i.e. the business side, the stadium, the training ground. This is kind of the journey of what people that have been LevyOut have gone through. And 15 years ago, when I first became LevyOut, this is how old it is. Facebook was just getting off and running. So obviously, when I was sorry, I'm just going to turn WhatsApp off my, because I keep getting beep. So when I became, like I said, Facebook was just getting started. There was no LevyOut groups or Tottenham. It was merely just started. It was to find friends. But social media's had a big part in this journey of not just this, but everyday life. Sugar. People got him out by hounding and protesting, whether it be outside his house, outside the grounds, inside the grounds. But it's what did it, and it worked. Took time. No one said this was going to be easy. And here we are today. Now, obviously, Facebook started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People like Ali Gold and Football London and other Spurs groups, discussion pages, fan page, whatever came along. And I started saying LevyOut on a lot of them and going for the board. Very, very, very small minority of people were doing it. But there was someone that was on social media. And that was someone you all know very, very well. But I've only known for a short time. I, on the other hand, have known this guy for 33 years, coming up 33 years, and that's Stelios from Tottenham Away. That's how Stelios and I reconnected, by commenting LevyOut on these groups. And then obviously Tottenham Away came. And scratch that, before Tottenham Away, I started going on We Are Tottenham TV. And I would say I was predominantly from the moment I came on there, LevyOut, non-stop. And I used to take pelters for it. And I was known for the screaming and ranting and shouting, which was all right for the time and for the comedic value and a bit of difference to other people on the shows. But I was doing that. Obviously, during this time, whether I was living in Israel, whether I was here, battling my demons of alcohol and other substances, there were a lot of people on the floor, on the pavement, that were feeling this way. Again, in the minority. Again, in the minority. But obviously, through YouTube and social media, I'm talking about YouTube right now. You have me, you have Danny Kyriacou, you have Stelios, who I mentioned, Iggy, Will, George Georgiou. I could go on. Joracle. I could go on. Tommy from Hotspur Hood. I really, really could go on when it comes to the YouTube people. But the noises started getting louder and louder. And as things got passing by, people were listening. Not getting a lot of traction at all. But it was working. People were identifying as LevyOut. And obviously the Super League happened and it grew even bigger. Now, the people that I stand with and stand very, very proudly with and have done for just over 2 years now welcomed me in with open arms, and we started at the NFL protests. And at the NFL protest, it was all about, now I need to get this out to people, it was all about creating awareness. It wasn't about how many numbers we got. Of course, we would have loved numbers. Absolutely would have loved huge numbers. But it was all about getting the message out there. New York Times, papers here, papers across the pond, NFL were aware of us because the America and the North America, as I know very, very well from when I'm at home, the country I do call home. This is my place of birth. Canada is my home. It's all about the customer experience. And this is what we did. We got a lot of traction. Not brilliant, but then obviously we had the trolls and the disbelievers and the whatever. And then we've got Champions League and other things. But then obviously we did the training ground process, where that was myself, Graham, Ryan Isaacs, day in, day out for 16 days. Sometimes as early as 6 a.m. Don't know why we did 6 a.m. now we think about it, but freezing our asses off. And we caused a sense within the Spurs community, a social media avalanche of noise, whether it's positive or negative. And then we had the summer of spending. Well, and then we get to where we are now. So obviously we have become a lot louder. We have become a lot stronger via social media. A lot stronger via social media. The international fan base, people outside of London, people in London that can't get to protest. But it's gone from being Stelios and I reacquainted through social media via LevyOut. It's taken the wonderful guys and girls that I stand with every home game. They've done all the work on the pavement and in the grounds and travelling the length and breadth of the country. The flags from the great Billy Khans, the banners, whatever you want to call them. And we've got louder and louder and louder. And for the 20 people that have, that apparently 2010, a post box, a letterbox, the car park, whatever these people want to say. Whether you want to take photos of the small numbers or take them when they're bigger, they're not brilliant. The numbers have not been brilliant at the protests, but the manipulation of the numbers and everything has been a joke. But to get across all television media, all written media, all social media, the way that if Tottenham Hotspur tweet anything, LevyOut, 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 the noise is deafening now. The silence is deafening. Sorry, let me get that right. From making whispers, we are sending shockwaves now. There are so many people that support LevyOut ENICout. There's Change for Spurs doing their bit. You've seen other YouTube channels predominantly speak about it. all to where we are right here, right now. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not going through the positive, the negative, and believe me, the negative outweigh it 1,000,000 to 1 with the positive. It's all come to this moment. The last 2 weeks have been totally and utterly unacceptable. So Thursday, this is the biggest call to action to people to come and have your say at what could be the biggest, loudest, and most covered protest we have put on. BT will be there, other media will be there. It's time for action. It's time for us to all come together for the greater good of getting Tottenham Hotspur Football Club out of the hands of Daniel Levy and ENIC. It's time for the voices to be heard and the noise to be made, and not just via social media and behind a keyboard. Let's silence those people that doubt us. Let's silence the people that want to belittle and patronise and troll. I've been told I don't support Tottenham. I've been told I'm a fake fan. So does a fake fan travel from Canada to London to be here for protest? Does a fake fan put a stupid bet on with Conte and get a Tottenham We Are Tottenham TV logo? Does a fake fan or non-Spurs fan not turn up at every single protest? There are people on the pavement that have been there from get-go and have had to take pelters, fights, arguments. Well, now is the time. Now is the time, as I said, for your voices to be heard in person. The numbers that could be there tomorrow are all down to the people that are coming, or people that I know that are coming just to protest. Bob Spur's coming down just to protest. We have this opportunity. Everyone, everywhere within the footballing community in this country knows this is about to happen. Worldwide, people know this is going to happen. There's ideas of the scarves now. The number we just come. If you're at the ground and you have had enough, come opposite the club shop. And I'm going to put the banner up now just so I can talk about it whilst the banner is up. Let me bring it up again. Here it is. I'll move over here. So as the banner says, 5:30, we're going to be there for about 4:30, maybe a bit earlier, setting up. It is vital that the numbers are there. It is vital that the chants are heard. It is vital that when we're in the stadium, for people that are going in the stadium, to voice your disdain and frustrations out of the board, not the players that just aren't good enough but haven't been helped because we have a chairman that won't listen to managers and directors of football. Everything has been leading up to, as Simeon said when I was on today. Today, having Man U, I think, is the perfect thing because it's El Bordico. They'll be singing They Want the Glazers Out after reaching an FA Cup final, winning a Carabao Cup final, potentially getting into the Champions League, letting Ronaldo go, giving this manager 90 million to spend on a winger from Ajax. That's in 1 year at Manchester United. They'll be screaming Glazers out. We need to join them with our board, with the amount of fight that they are. We've just taken a battering from Newcastle, who are 1 year into an ownership without having splashed the cash seriously or flexed their financial muscles. Aston Villa are now above us. By the time this recording finishes, Liverpool could be above us. Brighton could be a couple of points, if not 1 point. I can't remember. Behind us with 2 games in hand. Aston Villa were fighting relegation or in a relegation or drifting near the relegation zone before Gerrard was sacked in 09 Emery came. So once again, this is a call to action. If you're at the ground and you've said you're going to come, just please come. Now is our moment. Our time is now. We're climbing up the mountain. We will get to the summit, but we get there quicker with more people, more voices. So please, please get to the protests. Right now, I'm going to end this, but I am going to leave, before I end it, I'm going to leave the flyer up for about 10 seconds. So I'm going to say like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the hell out of this video, because tomorrow is the day, or today, if this is released, Thursday. And as always, Levy out.